Well, we were camping out because we had just recently lost our place to live. The boys stayed in one tent, and then the girls stayed in another tent. We cooked out dinner, like hamburgers, hot dogs, easy stuff that was cheap and easy to make.
To me, it was kind of sad because I didn't have a house to live in and it was really cold outside.
It was better than living just like on the streets with nothing, but I mean, it was boring. We didn't really have anything to do.
Well, homelessness is a very miserable life. When you're a family that's homeless, it's basically hopeless.
I just couldn't make enough money to keep my apartment in Mitchellville, so I stayed with my friend, and that didn't work out, so she dropped me off at the shelter, and I was scared to death, so I made the mistake of leaving the shelter one night after signing, and I ended up, I don't even know this guy, just said, well, you can stay in my car, and I went to sleep and woke up and ended up in trouble. So that's why we mainly left the shelters, because of that.
Most of the guys down there would have just used her, and so I told her that I wouldn't let anybody hurt her.
I've never been homeless. I was married and had one time and had money and stuff, and seen them on TV, and always hoped that I wouldn't be like that. And then I was thrown into that situation, and I was just scared.
My mom couldn't keep on raising me because I was just too hard to handle, and there's just too much overwhelming. So she, at the age of 17, 15, she told my dad that he can have me. One day I just couldn't take it no more, so I ran away, and by the time I was 17, I was living on the streets for 5 months straight. The worst part of the day is always trying to find food and make sure you're trying to keep your energy level up, and you always are on the move, you're always looking for new ways to make money. I had mental problems since I was like 5, and well, I have almost everything you can possibly think of for a mental problem. But the main thing that really screws me up out here is schizophrenia. Because all the noises, and I hear things, and I see things, and there's things that really are there and really ain't there, so it messes me up.
I'm the son of a colonel. I was expected to go in. I was firstborn, and it was a mandatory thing that you go in and you do service to your country. Got a job as an iron worker, and I did that the rest of my life. Until 95, when I started having heart attacks and couldn't do it anymore. Since 95, I've had 7 heart attacks. I've had quad bypass. They keep adding stents to me. They're gonna call me the Bionic Man pretty soon. That's why I'm homeless, is because of my health. I can't work like I used to work, and which is something I'm not used to because I'm used to working every day. Homelessness can happen to anybody. It doesn't have to be mental health issues. It doesn't have to be an addiction issue. You lose your job, you don't have the income to stay in your apartment, you become homeless. And it happens more and more every day to people. I see people getting frostbitten, I see people freezing, I see people going hungry because they don't know how to ask somebody for help.
I lost my job. I went to the homeless shelter, and then I got kicked out for drinking. And I went underneath the bridge. Then I got attacked, and I got beat up, and I got raped. And here I am. I don't want to be beat up, and I don't want to be raped anymore.
No.
My personal goods are my personal goods, and I should not have to give them up to nobody. And I don't want to give them up no more.
You don't have to, and you shouldn't have to.
I've been homeless probably about 8-9 years. I've had some very good friends that I lost. Some by going to jail, some by dying. And it's not a good feeling because it's like, that could be me.
To be looked at when you're walking down the street carrying 2 big old backpacks, soaking wet, it just hurts. Like, some people just look at you and you can tell they look down on you.
It's rough. You get up in the morning, or even during the day, you have nowhere warm to go, you have nothing. No way to keep your food from freezing. Low point for me, waking up in the morning and not wanting to get up or do anything, because what's the point?
Because sometimes it's hard to get up. And sometimes when you go to bed, you just pray to God that you don't wake up.
Hello, Joppa. Anybody home?
I heard this car pull up, and they came to my tent door, knocked. It was interesting.
For a second, I thought like a really bad stranger was coming. So I started yelping in my head, like.
But then Joppa showed up and kind of stopped the momentum of us spinning out of control, to where they helped us take control back of our lives and provided a way out and a way up.
Joppa is an organization that helps people that are homeless, that have no place to go.
Joppa actually came along and helped us find a place and helped us move and give us a lot of furniture.
They have hand out sleeping bags to me, tents, driving me to my appointments.
Help with food when I didn't have any food, heat in the winter, my tent, and even cat food for these little mongrels.
Last winter, if it wasn't for Joppa providing the heaters and the propane, I probably would have froze to death.
And you guys helped us get the Christmas tree and got us some presents and stuff. And then when you helped us find this house, we were really happy, because at least we'd have somewhere to stay instead of a tent.
From going to eating a can of beans to knowing that every Sunday there comes a hot meal. Like, that is the most awesome feeling in the world.
It was like a release off my shoulders. It was like Joppa was carrying part of the load for me, but they provide a lot, especially hope.
I think Joppa is a really good friend. They really can help you out and really can do things for you.
They don't act like they're any better than me, or I'm any less than them. And it's good to talk to people. And that's the chance that you can talk to somebody that's not looking down on you. And it's just a gleam of hope every time they come.
Plus, they seem like they really care.
Yeah,
Not
they
just
don't
doing it to do it.
They don't seem like the people who are just like doing it to like get community work done. They seem like they actually care.
They really think they're really kind, and they just don't drop off the food and just leave like somebody strange would. They're like really nice and kind.
To do what they do, they have to care. It's not a mindset, it's a lifestyle. And you can't do it without truly caring for the people. You gotta be able to help your fellow man.
I'm looking out. You're not gonna be alone.
Okay. I'm not gonna be alone.
No.
Thank you. Very much thank you. Because without this stuff, we'd be sleeping on the ground.
Thank you, Joppa!
Thank you. That's probably the best thing. Thank you.